MSNBC are covering up for Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, who is a woman abuser. And that should end MSNBC's reputation for good. I'm Doug TenNapel. Welcome to the Doug TenNapel channel. I hope you guys have subscribed. Leave a comment below if you think Joe Scarborough is a bigger idiot. Who's the bigger idiot, Joe Scarborough or Mika Brzezinski? Let's watch.
In spreading it about you, saying that tabloid stories about your personal life, saying it should be front and center. He's saying it about your wife and making incredibly crude and lewd suggestions about her past life.
And now Joe Scarborough could have asked tough questions to Doug Emhoff if he was actually a journalist, but he's not. He's basically a propagandist for the Democrat Party. He could have asked him tough questions. If he was the tough guy, tough man, he's always screaming at Trump, hey, Trump and you Trump supporters. If he was really tough, he'd ask a guy who's being accused of smacking a woman around. He didn't even ask the question. He's too afraid. He's too chicken to even ask and let Doug Emhoff defend himself. He's not even doing that. Just massive, straight to the cover up. And that's what allows abuse to continue. It just needs an advocate to cover it up. And that's MSNBC and Joe Scarborough.
I'm just curious. I know I seem like a very Zen, mindful person.
No, neither of you are Zen mindful people. Doug Emhoff is accused of smacking a woman around. And Joe, we've seen you scream.
But I think I'd be pissed off.
Big shocker.
How do you all stay centered? How do you stay disciplined and not really go off and not really push back hard at these things?
We don't have time to be pissed off. We don't have time to focus on it. It's all a distraction.
And you're also not innocent. So that's another reason why you might not push back very hard.
It's designed to try to get us off our game.
Does it get you off your game?
No. All we are doing, all we talk about is this election. We understand the stakes.
It doesn't get him off his game. Nothing gets you off your game when you have no conscience. You're not going to be moved. He just sits there ice cold. I know these people. He works in Hollywood. He came from Hollywood. And these are the kinds of ice cold, like blood goes through their veins. Same with Kamala Harris. She is a ruthless SOB. You ever hear her talk about Israel versus Palestine? You'll see she is cold-blooded.
We understand the responsibility.
What are
we
the
understand
stakes?
What
are the stakes?
Our very country, our future. What kind of future are we going to have?
Okay, I hope you're not saying that Donald Trump is existential threat to our very country, because that would be interesting given that he's been shot twice.
Okay, Donnie.
First, I want to comment on what's on the ballot is the definition of masculinity going forward. Is it toxic masculinity or is it a different kind of masculinity?
Right.
Donnie Deutsch, who's the toxic masculinity on the ballot? Is it Kamala Harris who covers up for Doug Emhoff? Is it you who cover up for Doug Emhoff? Trump hasn't smacked someone around. The entire Democrat Party is defending it, covering it up. So what form of masculinity do you have on the ballot?
You are electing Elon Musk if you are also electing Donald Trump. Donald Trump's campaign has raised $300 million. Elon Musk's campaign, his super PAC is going to raise $150 million. Donald Trump said $500 million. You're getting this guy.
That's Donnie Deutsch with his toxic femininity. He is so intimidated by Elon Musk and furious that Trump is partnering with him. And that's a good move for Trump. He's got the world's smartest, richest man. And really, it's the smarts that impress me. He's a genius.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting the richest guy in the world who controls a major social media platform. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Trump and Elon Musk together.
Boo, it's dangerous that Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, owns one social media site. Boo. Donnie Deutsch isn't scared at all that George Soros just bought up 200 radio stations, 200 media sites, and nothing. And George Soros, the richest man in the world. So where's the concern, Donnie? Donnie, your form of toxic masculinity is coming out.
So there is masculinity, and the definition of masculinity is on the ballot.
Those are scary words you never want to hear from a Democrat also, by the way, who I don't even know if they even have a definition of masculinity. You know what they believe in. Here's Mika to confuse things further.
And I just don't understand anybody right now who could watch him talk and say, yeah, he definitely makes more sense than the alternative. Like all these people, I was watching the news yesterday, flipping around and hearing hosts whining, Kamala Harris needs to do more. Okay, more than everything she's doing.
Huge win for Trump right there. She's flipping around the TV, and all of the hosts that are pro Kamala are saying she has to do more because she's losing, because Trump's winning, because we're doing it all the way to vote day November, guys. It's working. They're telling you it's working. Keep up the pressure.
Grocery, the stomach is speaking. Elon's rocket ships, cylinders, circles, beautiful circles. What the hell?
She's not making sense now. She needs therapy. She's quoting some of Trump's quotes. I just like watching her fall apart.
He's getting through the moment as an aging bullshit artist. Okay.
Now, is that nice language, Mika? Is that what MSNBC does? Is that no wonder why you hemorrhage a family-based audience? Now, when I use bad words, and you guys have heard me use bad words, I get in trouble with my audience. You guys all tell me in the chat, Doug, don't use those bad words. So I'm behaving.
Space, and you're right, Simone. There is racism in there.
Oh, yeah.
There's always a tinge of racism in everything he says.
I love how they just casually throw that in. You know, how did that even come up? And like, oh, and by the way, there's a bunch of racism in there. Really? I'm not seeing it. They see it everywhere.
If you can't believe it and this is your choice, you're lying to yourself and you're going to ruin this country. It's going to be on you. It's going to be on you.
I will take responsibility for voting for Trump. She's all, you're going to ruin the country. Boy, that's how you win an argument. You know, I'd love to tell all my Kamala Harris supporting friends, by the way, you're ruining the country and it's on you. It's all going to be your fault. That's not how you win an argument. But that's why MSNBC has basically been losing this argument from the beginning. They're helping elect Trump.
Because there's no way you can watch that or any of his speeches and get anything out of it except for a hateful, racist, bigoted, tired, aging, branding.
Wow, she's working up quite a lather on that list. None of it sticks. You're always projecting Mika, who looks like the poster child for Aryan Nation. You're not going to let that stick to Trump. All those words, we've heard that vocabulary set before. We've heard it for years now. Has it worked? How do you explain that 50% of America are voting for a guy when you say that list is who he is? Clearly, we see something different. And, you know, look, America's just divided 50-50. Okay. There's a middle that's undecided. They don't even pay attention to politics. But 46% of America, both Kamala supporters and we Trump supporters, you're looking at the other side going, I don't agree with your vision of America. If you win, you will destroy America. And so we have two different definitions of America. Mine's the Constitution. Mine's for patriots. That's all I'm saying. Maybe yours is too. I'd love to hear where we can agree, but it doesn't sound like we're going to have much agreement if you're going to call me names and this half of America names. I call the Kamala half of America pretty stupid too. You have to be dumb to vote for a dumb person. I'm Doug in exile.